Alright, that's the last time I'm gonna try to finagle this lighting. If it's not bright enough, I apologize, but I've already tried to position this lamp in like 3 different ways. But anyways, I was having a conversation on Twitter with an individual, very nice individual, goes by the name of @VivaLaRaza92. I'll put his link down in the description down there. Was talking about Wrestlemania and wrestling in general, and then he had asked me what my predictions were for Wrestlemania. Now, I said I really didn't want to type it all out, so I asked, what if I just made a video? I wasn't going to make a video for my predictions, but I was going to make a review video for Takeover Dallas, Wrestlemania, and the Monday Night After All, but I decided I would go ahead and make a predictions video for Takeover Dallas and WrestleMania here. You know, first of all, I'm going to start off with Takeover Dallas here. Now, granted, these aren't in the order of what they're going to be card-wise. This is the whole card, I do believe. If I missed anything, do let me know. But this is in no particular order. I just wrote it down and chose a winner from each one. But the first match I have on here is the Tag Team Championship match versus Dash and Dawson. The Tag Team Championship match with Dash and Dawson versus Gable and Jordan. I think I'm going to have to go with Gable and Jordan on that one. Kurt Angle has been voicing his want for a team angle, and he's been wanting Gable and Jordan, Gable and Jordan, I think, either if they don't win now, then once Kurt Angle comes into the picture, I do believe they'll win, but I do believe I see Gable and Jordan walking out with the titles this Saturday. The next match is Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That's a no-brainer. Shinsuke Nakamura wins this. This will be Sami Zayn's last match on NXT. He completely goes to main roster for Sunday after the Intercontinental Championship match, and after that he's completely on the main card. This is Nakamura's first NXT match. Chances are he's not going to lose. I haven't been keeping up on NXT for a while. I'm at least a couple months behind, but I don't know if Austin Aries had a match yet, but if he did, let me know. Because the next match I have on here is Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin, and I have Austin Aries winning that match. I really don't know any of the story behind Austin Aries or Baron Corbin to tell you too much more than I just think Austin Aries is going to win that match. The next match here is Asuka versus Bayley in the women's championship match here. I have Asuka winning the championship here. I think maybe Bayley will have a few more matches on NXT. After losing the title, she'll get a rematch. She'll ultimately lose the rematch, the rubber match, or whatever. They'll have a rematch on NXT and then a rubber match on a pay-per-view. I think maybe she'll win one on NXT and then she'll lose the rubber match, and then she will ultimately also wind up on the main roster. Rumor has it that WWE is going to be scrapping the WWE Divas title butterfly design for a traditional women's belt, and I think it would be great to see Bayley arriving about that same time to actually compete for the real Divas title, which they said will pretty much look like the WWE title, but it will have a white strap and it will ultimately be smaller than well, it'll be smaller than the WWE title. It'll be a smaller belt, but it'll have a white strap and it'll bear resemblance to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And the next match here I have Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson. I see Apollo Crews winning that one, and honestly, I see Apollo Crews being your next NXT champion, to be honest with you. Because coming up next would have been your main event, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. I don't see Joe winning this one. I see Finn winning this one. Honestly, and I'll get into this on my WrestleMania 32 predictions here, coming up right next. I see Samoa Joe actually being a surprise entrance in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. So I see him coming up. I see Finn Balor having a few more matches, and then ultimately going to the main roster. But I do believe, well, if Finn loses, then it'll be the opposite of this. I think Finn Balor and then Doc and the guys from Bullet Club that WWE had signed, maybe both of them, Drew Gallows and Doc Holliday or something. No, it can't be Doc Holliday. I don't know, I'm tripping. But maybe they'll all be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and it'll unveil or debut Balor Club, Bullet Club. I don't think they're going to go with Bullet Club, but I think they'll go Balor Club, and that'll be the debut of Balor Club. But that's if Samoa Joe wins, and I think that Finn will win that one, and Samoa Joe will be a surprise entrance into the Battle Royal, into the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. Now let's move on to the WWE WrestleMania 32. And these might be in order. I'm not exactly sure. But on the kickoff show, we have Natalia, Paige, Alicia Fox, Eva Marie, and Brie Bella versus Lana, Tamina, Naomi, and Summer Rae. I really don't care. I believe that Team Natalia, Paige, Alicia Fox, Eva Marie, and Brie Bella will win, just to give Brie Bella a great send-off. I do believe she'll retire after this WrestleMania. So I see her winning this match. I see her team winning, Brie Bella's team winning over the other guys. Other than that, I don't really know. But next up here we have the Usos versus the Dudleys. I definitely got the Usos over the Dudleys on this one. I don't see the Dudleys winning this one. Pretty much the Dudleys putting over the Usos for another title reign. Because honestly, I don't see the Dudleys having a title reign in this current run in WWE. And next up here's which is, I do believe, the last match on the pre-show, which is for the United States Championship, Kalisto versus Ryback. I see Kalisto winning this one over Ryback. An entrance of, trying to keep this a little bit shorter than my usual videos, I'm going to go right on to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal match here. I had already talked about that with Samoa Joe being in there. I don't think he'll win it, but maybe he will if he's in it. Honestly, my money's on Kane this time, because it seems to be that he's going to be at the end of his career here. Same with The Undertaker. Both of their time is coming up quick here. So, instead of giving Kane a title run, I do believe that they'll have Kane win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, or whatever they're calling it, Royale with cheese, whatever. 2 sneeze and a cheese with the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, whatever. The next up here we have New Day versus League of Nations. Definitely see New Day winning here. honestly, I don't know. I thought this was supposed to be a New Day versus a bevy of tag teams. Maybe if I'm wrong, let me know. But I went to 411 Mania and got the card off of here, so I mean, that one could be wrong. I thought it was going to be a New Day versus all these teams type of thing. First of all, it was for the title, and now it's not for the title. That's why I have New Day winning here, because they're truly trying to get New Day over to be the top tag team in the division or whatever, or just be that extra special something. So I got New Day on this one. The next one here on the main card is Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. I definitely got Chris Jericho losing on this one. I got AJ Styles winning. Definitely got AJ Styles. Not much more to say on that one. I mean, Chris Jericho's job was to put over Styles. I mean, they've had a couple matches back and forth to where Styles won, then Jericho won, Styles won, and then I think this will be their last match here, and Styles will win. Next up here we got the triple threat match for the Divas title, and if rumors are correct, like I said, this would be the last Divas title match, and the next match will be for the Women's Championship. They'll probably come out on Monday and unveil the new title, and I honestly got Sasha Banks winning this. Snoop Dogg going in the Hall of Fame. That's her cousin. Sasha Banks is all their first WrestleManias, but I honestly see Sasha Banks winning this one here. I definitely see Ric Flair interrupting, which Ric Flair I will get to finally meet come May 21st. Billtown Championship Wrestling, Diamonds Are Forever. Don't miss that. If you live in the Pennsylvania area or around the area, Williamsport Liberty Arena. Not only will Ric Flair be there, but Sabu, the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu will be there. A new Billtown Championship Wrestling, a new Billtown Championship title holder, Billtown Championship, will be crowned that night. It will be an 8-man tournament. A new Billtown Tag Team Championship will also be crowned, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of other matches there. So like I said, I'll even put that down below too. So if you live in a local area here, or Pennsylvania, East Coast in general, and if you want to get down here to little old Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and get to meet Ric Flair, which they actually have a $150 Space Mountain VIP pass, which will include a couple signed autographs, a photo with Ric Flair, and a 45-minute Q&A, which you get front row seats to the show in that one. And then individually they have $50 front row seats plus photo op, or front row seat plus a autographed 8x10 of Ric Flair with a front row seat there. And then of course they got general admittance and bleacher seats available there too. But just wanted to give a plug to my buddies over there at Billtown Championship Wrestling. Hello everyone. Back to the WrestleMania 32 here. Next up we have the WWE Intercontinental Championship ladder match. We got Kevin Owens versus The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler versus Sami Zayn versus Stardust versus Zack Ryder versus Sin Cara. Honestly, I see Sami Zayn winning that, because it will, alleviate some of the pain from his loss from Shinsuke Nakamura winning at NXT TakeOver Dallas, and it will set up a nice rivalry coming up for singles matches between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I that's definitely what I want to see. Single matches between Owens and Zayn, and then maybe I think if the next pay-per-view is Extreme Rules, I want to go to that one. Maybe a ladder match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I could see that happening. That would be a great match. But the next one here is Lesnar versus Ambrose. I think they've been fooling around with Ambrose, losing too much. I think Ambrose is actually going to pull this one out, even if every ECW alumni has to come in and help him. Specifically, I do believe Ambrose will walk out of here. And then, since the video is getting pretty long, I'm going to just jump into the next one. Is Taker versus Shane here. I do believe Shane will win that one. I don't believe it will be Undertaker's last match, his last WrestleMania. I think one scenario I have been muddling around here is that The Undertaker is going to finally let loose here and, finally show everybody that he is his own man. He was created by his own force, not by Vince McMahon. He is nobody's dog. He is nobody's right-hand man there. I think he's going to ultimately maybe he'll even let Shane win, or maybe he'll just walk out. But I gotta see a progression in the Authority match here. I definitely see the Authority coming to an end here. I see Shane winning, and then forming an alliance with The Undertaker, basically nulling that whole thing where Vince McMahon said this would be Taker's last WrestleMania if he lost. I could see that happening. I see Vince actually interfering, and he'll pay for that. But I had another theory there too, but I think it's slipping my mind right now for that match, because the video's almost 18 minutes now. But if I remember the theory, I'll write it down in the description. I did have, I think, a couple more theories there on what could happen in between that match. But going off of my one main theory there, Reigns is definitely winning. This way, Triple H has no power. He has no belt. Come Monday night, there's going to be a new regime of Shane McMahon being the man behind the scene there for Raw, and ultimately the WWE universe, SmackDown, this and that. So I see Shane winning, taking over, and I see Reigns being the new champion. And Shane had kind of alluded to Reigns not liking Reigns as the champion, so I think he'll do his best to maybe change that by having someone face him right away. But yeah, that was my predictions, guys. You guys feel free to leave yours in the comments below. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to upload this video for you guys, and once again, thanks for watching, and take care till next time.